So today we're learning how to simplify and evaluate algebraic expressions. So when you're given a question, we'll find the most important information that we need to answer the question. For the winter field trip, each student is required to pay $14 for the lift ticket and $4 for the bus. Each teacher is required to pay $21 for the lift ticket, but nothing for the bus. So the first thing we need to do before we answer the question is we need to define our variables by creating a let statement. So let's start with seeing what can change. And the question is asking for the total cost. So we'll let C equal the total cost that ends up after you calculate. The other things that can change are the number of students. And we'll represent that with the variable S. We can also have the number of teachers, and we'll represent that with the letter T, the variable T. When we create an algebraic expression, we need to make sure that everything is related to the final answer, which is cost. So the total cost, so we'll look for things related to cost. For students, we see that it's $14 per lift ticket. So they have to pay $14 for every student that goes on this trip. As well, we need to add, if we look at the rest of the information, $4 for the bus. So they need to pay $4 per student for them to go on the bus. Looking at the teachers have to pay $21 for each lift ticket, so we have to charge them $21 times T, because the number of teachers. But they pay nothing for the bus, so they have $0 for the bus, for each teacher. Now simplification, what this means, to simplify an algebraic expression, means to combine like terms, which means things that can be combined. So if we look at our example, our students, we have $4 per student and $14 per student and another $4 per student. And the teachers have to pay $21 per teacher and then another $0 for the bus. So if we combine these like terms, you can see that the total cost is equal to $14 per student plus $4 per student makes a combined $18 per student. And $21 per teacher plus nothing for the bus stays as $21 per teacher. Now the second part of this question is to evaluate by calculating the total cost if there are 38 students and 3 teachers. This is now our if statement because we're going to solve for it. So if we have 38 students and 3 teachers, then what we will do is we will substitute every letter, every variable, with the given number. So in this example, we substitute the letter S, or the variable S, with 38, and we substitute the variable T with 3. So when we solve this equation, total cost equals 18 times 38 students plus $21 times 3 teachers. Now in order to solve this, we go back to chapter 1 where we look at bedmass. Brackets, there's nothing in the brackets to complete. We have no exponents, and now we look at division and multiplication, and we do those operations first. So our total cost is equal to 18 times 38, which is 684, plus 21 times 3, which is 63. These are now complete. Now we move to addition and subtraction. We combine these two, and 684 plus 63 is 747. Now because this is a total cost, we now include the units, the dollars. So we'll just go back and see, does this answer the question? Calculate the total cost if there are 38 students and 3 teachers. The total cost would be $747.